A 57-year-old woman, originally from the African country of Ghana, has died after trying to illegally enter into Canada. Her body was found in a Minnesota ditch about 1 kilometer from the Emerson, Manitoba border. Initial reports say she died of hypothermia. The Reeve of Emerson, Manitoba, Greg Jansen, told the CBC, and I quote, "It was just a matter of time before someone was going to succumb to their injuries or get hypothermia out in the field or on the side of a road," end quote. In just the first 4 months of 2017, 477 illegal migrants have tried to cross the border at Emerson. Just Emerson. The Reeve is right. It really was just a matter of time before someone died. For months, conservative immigration critic Michelle Rempel, a former Manitoban herself, has been sounding the alarms, calling on the federal government to tell these illegal migrants that crossing the border this way is very unsafe. She begged the federal government at Immigration Committee to study the issue. Sorry, there's no video, just audio. Listen.
Who are we allowing into the country and under what circumstances? What does this mean for families along the border areas that are having refugees and illegal border crossers come and knock on their door? Why hasn't the Prime Minister or the Immigration Minister called this for what it is? It's illegal and it's unsafe. Why hasn't the government said it is unsafe to do this? Do not do this. Why are we seeing romanticized pictures of people crossing in fields in minus 30? These are all issues that should be of import to a parliamentary committee.
And you know what the Liberals had to say about it all? Well, here's the principal advisor to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Gerald Butts, dragging the Conservatives, making fun of the Conservatives for warning about the dangers of illegal border crossing, saying the Conservative stance on these illegals would not age well. Well, the only stance that didn't age well was that of Gerald Butts. Rempel was right, Butts and Trudeau were wrong, and now someone is dead. But you don't have to be the immigration critic to have seen this one coming. Any normal thinking person could have guessed that a death would happen at our border. It happened on the Mexico-US border after Obama mused about amnesty for illegal immigrants in 2014. Illegal immigrants then flooded across that border. They were trafficked there by violent gangs and cartels, and they were left unprepared for the elements, well, basically left for dead. Texas and Arizona ranchers, innocent men and women just tending their land, raising their livestock, and going about the business of feeding the world, ended up finding dead bodies in their fields. They found hundreds of bodies of dead illegal immigrants in just one Texas county alone in 2014. And just like the US, when our leader passively invited people to illegally enter into our country, in January, our illegal entries exploded. Remember when Justin Trudeau thought the best response, the most diplomatic, grown-up response to Trump's travel ban from 7 countries in utter chaos was to be a low-level, subtweeting concern troll towards our closest political and trade ally in the world? It's embarrassing times to be a Canadian, people. Trudeau tweeted this: "To those fleeing persecution, terror, and war, Canadians will welcome you, regardless of your faith. Diversity is our strength. Hashtag welcome to Canada." That was in January. You know what happened after that? Illegal border crossings went up by 50% by March and then continued to increase since then. And you know, the warmer weather's just going to bring more. Trudeau invited them, and so they came, and now one died. And the media, well, do you think they're going to be as harsh with Prime Minister Trudeau as they were with Prime Minister Harper when little Alan Kurdi drowned on a beach in Turkey after a boat full of illegal migrants piloted by Alan's very own father capsized? Because the Kurdis weren't even trying to get to Canada then, and no one told them they could come here, but it was still all Harper's fault. Is the media going to hang this one around Trudeau's neck in the same way? I mean, Trudeau actually invited migrants to come here. Welcome to Canada and all that. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. The media, well, they're liberal, and Trudeau is their guy. The big problem Liberals seem to have with us Conservatives is that they think we aren't compassionate, but that's not true. We are compassionate, but we want solutions, and Liberals just want to treat the symptoms of a problem. For example, I want to stop ISIS, not repeatedly deal with people who flee ISIS. It's not compassionate to migrants. I mean, if you actually care about migrants as human beings, as more than just an opportunity to virtue signal to the world about the popular progressive issue of the day, to encourage them to risk their lives to do dangerous and illegal things because they just might end up dead. And now, after repeated warnings, a woman is. Just because these people are illegal doesn't mean I want them dead. I just want them to use the front door to go through the proper process and all the screenings, because then it's safer for everyone, them and me. But to the Liberals, us Conservatives not wanting an illegal migrant woman to meet her miserable, untimely death in a Minnesota field because our Prime Minister is just a common concern troll, well, to them that makes us bigots. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. Unlike the CBC, we don't get $1 billion in taxpayer funds to be nice to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. To never miss a story, be sure to subscribe to our new Rebel Canada YouTube page.